Howdy everybody, Fidgetum here. Today I have a Viro 50mm padlock made in Italy, hardened shackle, and basically it looks like it's machined out of some brass round stock, which is an interesting approach. It's got a keyway very similar to a master lock. The bitting is pretty average, nothing remarkable. Now, this lock does have a trick up its sleeve. One, it's got spools in it, which is kind of impressive for a little lock like this. But two, it's actually, I would compare this lock to a Schlage Everest because it has a check pin in the bottom of the keyway, like the Everest does. Which is quite interesting. But instead of having to be lifted, it has to be pushed down because it just sticks. It literally is just a nub that shoots into the keyway. If I had better lighting, you'd actually be able to see it, but I don't. So there's no special markings on the key to indicate this. But if you don't know that that little guy is there, like I did the first time I tried to pick this lock, you'll be at it for basically forever and you'll get nowhere. I spent like probably half an hour trying to pick this lock, getting nowhere because I didn't know that the little check pin's in the bottom. But once you get him, he's done. So we're gonna take a short hook, 18 thou. We're just gonna stick the tip of it into the bottom right of the keyway, slide it back, and you'll hit that nub. And you're just gonna tilt up, over, and you're gonna push it down. There we go. Now we're going to use relatively light tension. This is an awkward lock to hold, not going to lie. It's kind of, oh, damn it. Shit. Okay, it's an awkward lock to hold. There we go. Nice look at a 1. Core has rotated slightly, but you'll note we're in a full set now. And you're not, if you tension it too hard, you'll just lock up the whole thing. The hell? Come on, counter rotate, you bastard. There we go. There we go. It's a key retaining padlock. Interesting thing to note about how it retains the shackle is that it has a little pin that comes out from the side instead of a whole wedge, and the pin appears to be made of steel. But yeah, this is a nice little lock and I like it. And it does have the little interesting, that little check pin in the bottom that if you don't know it's there, you'll never get it open. And it's full of spools. So actually, I would say this is a fun little lock. They're not super cheap if you live in the US like I do, because you gotta have them shipped over from Europe, but they're cool and it's a nice piece in my collection. Now, that's it for Stock Lock Sunday, but I do have some news for my regular viewers. Namely, that I am working on an ASA 700. Don't get too excited by what that looks like. That this, as of right now, this only has 4 of 7 pins in it. The other 3 are over here. I'm working on progressive pinning this, and I probably will not make another video until I get this open with all 7, because a few weeks ago I said I'd be trying to get a video out on this, and I kind of been neglecting it, and I really do want to get some tougher locks under my belt. So You might not see from me until I get that done. But anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Bye-bye.